Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the premium expansion for Farming Simulator 22. My name is Simulation for the Nation, and in this video we're going to look into the harvesters for our three new crop types. You have got carrots, parsnips and red beet, and we're going to look into how you can harvest those with all the extensive range of DeWolf harvesters, and then we might even look into a little bit of how you can establish those crops too. There's a lot to look into. We're on a brand new map here, and this is due out on next Tuesday, the 14th of November. So this is the early access look at it. So let's get stuck on in. And first thing we're going to do, before we even look at the harvesters, is look at the brand new tractors that are coming with the expansion as well. You've got your Zeta 160/45 Crystal, and you've got the beautiful Fiat 160/90 Turbo there. Both very good examples of fantastic models from Giants. If you look at the Zeta first of all, it's boxy, it's basic, but it's tough as old boots, and that engine is just looking fantastic there. The engine block has so much detail on it these days. Really does look good. It sounds great as well. You can see the exhaust is puffing away there. When you're inside the cab, now it's not going to allow me to do it now because we're on follow me, but your gears are all animated through the three sticks really around the steering wheel, and then you got your directional control on the floor between your legs there as well. A very basic cab, I'm sure you'll agree inside here. Not many mod cons of any nature, but it did exactly what it said on the tin. Really good old classic bit of iron there. Moving on to the beautiful Fiat. I really do like this a lot. I think it's going to win over a lot of hearts and minds, and it is an absolutely fantastic tractor. Look at that chrome pipe on there for a starting point. Inside of this, it is a little bit more updated, a little bit more modern than the Zeta over there. But everything is where you need to get the radio done there as well. Nicely detailed here. When you are changing through your gears, your gear levers are changing there as well. And then so you can even go up through the ranges there as well. So lots of different things on there for you to play around with and to discover. And if I move on here, you'll see the gears are changed up on the right side as well. Really nice machine. Really just good old power, to be honest there. I think this is actually beautiful. And it sounds great once we get going with this as well. Sounds absolutely epic. Speaking of epic, the range of harvesters that we now have available to harvest these three new crop types. We're standing in the carrot field here. You can see the difference between fully grown, ready to go, and harvested. Looks rather cool. But DeWolf have come in with a whole range of harvesters, and they're all suited different purpose, and they're all brilliant. Two different concepts really with these. First of all, you'll have the harvest and load straight into a trailer. This is a single row harvester that attaches onto the side of the tractor there, and I really do like this an awful lot. You will need to either have follow me working here so you can load into it, or you'll need to have a multiplayer server going so you and your friends can get onto it at the same time. But ultimately, a very nice looking tractor indeed, and a very nice looking setup here, I have to say. I really do like this an awful lot. We're going to be using this one for a little bit more, so we will get ourselves going here. This is one of the more basic operations. It costs around about £40,000. We'll look at it in the store in a moment. Very straightforward. You can't configure it at all, but it is what it is, and it works really well. So let's jump on in. We'll do a run so you can see what this looks like. When we're inside here, we're going to just turn on our belt there. Now you'll see the auger is mouse controlled there, which means if you do have a new joystick by Thrustmaster, you can control it and really load it up to your heart's desires. I have my gear set up there as well, and we'll get ourselves away. Now, one thing you do need to keep in mind of at all time, if you are using follow me, that you've got to just make sure that they're keeping up to date with you and keep up to speed. I did miss a little bit, so I'm just squaring off this edge here really, but I think with this, if you do get too close to the next row over there, I think it does just remove the tops, but we'll still give you something to harvest there anyway. Like I say, it is a nice operation. It'll be awesome to do it with a group of friends and get going there, and there are some larger versions of the similar concept here which are trailed, whereas this one is mounted up nice and easily. And then when you do get to the end of your row, which we're nearly there already, we'll be able to just simply lift up here, which we're done. So we'll lift you up, and then this is how it's going to fold in as well. And that is you in transport position really. I accidentally pressed that button, but that's if we were to load it back out again. Whoop, excuse me. You can you've got plenty of control as to what kind of trailer you're loading into there as well. So right down into a smaller root crop trailer if you have one. And that is it. Nice and straightforward, nice and simple, but allows you to get going with your operation. Now we're just going to swing this one over here out of the way because we've got a lot of other machines to try with today, so we'll leave you about there. But that is the basics. That's the basic concept at the very least. So we've looked at the field of carrots there. We're moving over to here. Like I say, we have several different crops as well. This is your field of parsnips that we will try and get into harvest there later on. Similar concepts apply there. And over here is what your red beet looks like when it's been harvested as well. All chopped up there, ready to be incorporated in. And to the right of our field over there, we'll have a look at that. That's a field of red beet before it's been harvested. These are all of our different harvesters that we have here. And there's a whole different range. Everything, the detail across them all always remains the same. But there's a few I want to look into in particular detail. This one we're going to start with, and I love this setup. This setup is perfect if you are one-man band, one-person band on your own, and you really just want to get some harvesting done because you don't need to have a tractor or trailer following you around. And that is simply because you have little crates like the two over there. So when you're ready... Oh, sorry, we're just going to cross over here. I apologize for you. What you can do right about here is if you don't have a box, you can come on into the store. You can go into pallets here. And let's see where they are. You can buy your vegetable pallets here for 130 pounds a go. And when you're ready to go, you can either buy them at the store, bring them on over on a trailer, for example, or you can just hit the comma key on the keyboard and it loads up for you there. So now you're ready to go. You'll see we have the new 3-point linkage mounted forklift there as well, so you can actually just follow around and pick these all up nice and easily. What we want to do, just turn you on. Exactly the same concept from a lifting standpoint as the other model that we just tried. Only difference being with this one, it's a lot more straightforward. It just comes in, it picks up that one row, drops it into a box. So we're just going to take that one row where we can here. Let's book it along. And like I say, if maybe you're just starting a new field and you don't want to damage any crop there, you can come on in and just lift out enough to get a bigger harvester in with this. Or you can, if this is the only option there, this is £39,000 to begin with. So it's the cheapest option on the group that allows you just to get going and to really crack along here. It's about, I think it's 2,000 litres in each crate. So they're not small, but you're able to fly along. I love the animation of the crop going up and then being topped and going into the crate. Really, really nice indeed. It's 3-point mounted, nice and easy, nice and agile. You can get around there straight away, really, wherever you have to. We're going to do just the one row up here because when we've got that one row done, what we're actually going to do is just drop this box. Yeah, I think this is a really nice little touch. And what you'll end up probably is with a large number of boxes. I don't know when you sell it, I haven't got to selling it yet, if the box will sell with you and you get your refund back for that or not. I'm not sure how that works. I would assume so, but who knows. Let's take this one down here. And when you're done, when you're happy with it, what I would do is maybe just reverse back a touch there and then you can unload your box, which is going to be Z. Move forward. Now if you have other boxes available, you can pull nearer to it and it will load the box by pressing Y, but if you don't, again, you get the new one and you're off to the races. It's a really, really nice and simple feature. I think it's just perfect. And then all you have to do is come along with your with the 3-point mounted forks, or if you really want to, your telehandler or whatever else, and load them onto the side of the trailer and take them away that way. That would be perfect to do. Nice and straightforward there. It just means that from a starting point, if carrots or root crops are what you're going into, you just have the option to do it with a lot less initial input. Because like I say, £39,000 to buy one of these. Some of the trail versions we're going to go into are significantly more expensive than that. But yeah, and this is your 3-point mounted forklift, which is nice and high, nice and easy to control. The physics with the pallets are very straightforward as well, and not too glitchy or buggy like you might come to expect with bales, for example. All very, very good indeed. But if you want to go up in size a little bit more, then you come on into this slightly bigger boy right here, and let's have a look at this in the stores. So these are the first two that we've looked into there. Like I say, 39 and 43,000 pounds. That's a great starting point. But if you want to have a little bit more of a capacity, then this is going to be your next step up. It's still single operative only, and then you just have to tip into a trailer at some stage, single row as well. But it's 101,000 pounds, so it is quite expensive. There's really a lot of the fundamentals are the same. The only difference being, of course, that we have the rather well made belt on the back there. So let's just go and have a bit of a play around with this. Now, the one thing I will say that all of the three trailed models have, which is very similar, is that they all have rear steering axles on there as well. So that will allow you to be a little bit more agile, a little bit more nimble when you need to be turning around at the end of the headland there, for example. But what we'll do is just swing on over to here again. All right, so that is us in working position, and then when you unload your auger, that is what it looks like when you're going up to a trailer at the edge of the field there. So that works out nicely. We'll put that down. We'll fire it up. And then again, just got to remind yourself that it is only single row, so you want to make sure that you're taking the right row at the time. But yeah, certainly gives you a lot more option for speed. I think this will be, even if there's two of you in the field here, at least this means you don't need the trailer by you at all times, so you can get cracking along even when the trailer's away. But again, and then be able to tip into a trailer on the side of the field or on the move as well there. But yeah, pretty cool anyway. A similar action. For the most part, the harvesting mechanism is all the same on all of them. This is what happens at the end, really. But this one is nice and straightforward. Works really well. And you can see that we're traveling along at 6 miles an hour here now. So we were able to clear a fair amount of space at a given time. I've been going for about an hour and we've got this all cleared already. So it's not too bad. Along with fiddling around and getting everything else set up there and moving in between machines. I don't think that's too bad at all. And there you go, nice and straightforward. And then when, like I say, when you need to, you just come to a trailer at the end there and unload. So what we'll do, as luck would have it, someone left a trailer here. And then out it goes. Nice and straightforward, nice and easily done. That's another prime example of a really nice machine though to use. I think the models on all these DeWolf equipment is just absolutely superb. We're going to have a look at the bigger ones. Like I say, a lot of the same principles apply, but we're going to have a look into one special version before we get into self-propelled, which I do really like an awful lot. And it is actually a stronger or a larger version of the crates that we've just used. It actually fills up a lot more, carries a lot more at a given time, and allows you to function. So we'll get ourselves going with that, and then we'll show you the self-propelled version after the fact. So we're going to start with this guy right here. Like I say, it is bigger. There is a little bit more of a config option. First of all, you have this self-propelled option is just a twin row harvester, nice and straightforward. Same steering axle that we've just seen on the other version. But again, 148,000, so you really do need to have a lot to do for that. And then 181,000 for this version. It's single row, but you're going to be dropping crates, and well, that's the one we're going to have a look into right now. They're quite power hungry as well. It does need 170 horse to pull it, so you're going to know about that being on the back there, that's for sure. And then when you fold this up, you're going to see a few differences here. Everything tucks in and the wheels will come in as well, just to get it back into transport position. So it's nice and narrow, nice and straight. When you unfold it though, that's where you get that extra working opportunities and extra angles. We're going to fold that out. First thing we need to do is buy new boxes. We're going to buy 4 of them. Yes, please. And thank you. So then we're going to press that. So what's cool is with this one, it's actually just going to fill up the boxes in order, one would assume. So we'll see how it gets on with that as we work our way through the list. Again, this is going to give you just a little bit more of an option of a larger scale. That it would be great to see I don't know how that would work in terms of handling, but if you could get something to pick up all 4 at a given time, that would be pretty awesome. With that being said, you know, it provides you with the ability just to keep cracking along there. Do a little bit more large scale capacity output there if indeed crate handling is what you want to do there. And I suppose that gives you an extra level of involvement and an extra process to follow through with as well. But yeah, again, lovely machine. I like the fact that they thought of it all. And what I'm very curious to see is, let's say that we filled all these boxes up. If I hit Z, out they all go. Oh, it even spaces them out. That's cool. Perfect. That's pretty neat. And then you can get in to pick them up nice and easy as well. Really do like the idea of the crates there. Don't try this at home. It's like there's a small generator running somewhere. You can hear like a 2-cylinder. Anyway, I really like that feature a lot. I think that's really, really cool. Really nicely done. So there is still one more behemoth that we haven't looked at yet. It is the self-propelled monster. It's absolutely huge. It does need to unload on the go. It does not have any hopper on there at all. But first of all, just look at it. What I'm going to do is jump you on inside. Look at the cab here. Look at what is happening on all these monsters. There is nothing you cannot see if you were using this. And it's rather cool. I'm going to fire it off and set it away here. Just look at everything. Everything works, everything's functioning. As you come down underneath there, the shaking belts and cleaning belts are all doing their thing. Everything's moving as it should be. Really, really impressive. What we're going to do is, if I can get into the right side of it, what we're going to do is just come on over to our field of red beet. Have a look at this. Now to fold this up, it folds up nice and compact. Obviously that auger, like all the other machines there, is completely controllable, so you can change the height of it to stick it into whatever you need to stick it into. But we're just going to do a bit of this. We'll head up to the top there so we can bring the tractor down the road. Now, I found this is best to work with hired worker. Just stick it on there and then drive a trailer next to it for now. But again, if you got multiple people on a server, for example, this would be awesome. It's extraordinarily expensive, £637,000, but it is so well made. Look at the fan spinning there. The detail to the engine block as well. It's very rare that you see big self-propelled units that don't have everything encased in paneling. So that's pretty cool. I like that an awful lot. But what we'll do is spin her around here. We'll leave it like that. The hired worker on and get a tractor trailer. So my trailer's been emptied now. We can actually just come through here and grab a second load in the mighty Zeta. Look at this thing. And look at the animation on that. 4 rows coming in at once of the beat there. Obviously the harvester can take any of the new crops, and it's absolutely flying up there. Really, really cool to see. On the front of the harvester there as well, those 4 rows, you'll see that they're moving around a little bit. So the combine, or the self-propelled harvester, is able to steer itself a little bit based off where the rows are. Helps if I am actually where I need to be. So I can get a full load here. That's bad trailer work. And yeah, like I say, all those rows will move around and change and just kind of guide the whole unit as to where it needs to be to keep it straight in each of the rows. But yeah, really just a very nice machine. It's almost quite therapeutic to sit and watch it, I find. Very, very nice indeed. And you can see it's just shifting across there a little bit to make sure it catches everything. That's really cool. Like I say, the detail across all these machines are absolutely sublime. And I think we're going to look into this in a little bit more detail in a live stream that we're going to have coming up this afternoon. So everything else we'll look into, the cultivation equipment and how to prepare and plant your crop. That will all be looked into when we get a chance to in the stream. But I just wanted to show off in detail all of the harvesters because I find they're all absolutely superb. Let me know which one's your favorite. Let me know what you think. We haven't taken this one out for a spin, essentially because it is the same concept as the others. just a twin row harvester, same steering axle on the rear as well. But again, gives you a different option for your outfit and your operations there, and it's still very, very nice bit of equipment. The Platinum or the premium expansion will be coming out on Tuesday the 14th. If you haven't got so yet already, you can use SFTN Nation at the checkout to give this channel a little bit of an extra kickback there as well. However, do go and get it however you want to. It's going to be on all platforms because I think it's very much worthwhile and adds so much more to the game as well. So we'll see you later in the live stream. Till then, thank you very much for watching. Do leave any comments down below. Like this video if you found it useful and informative, and we shall see you all in the next one. Catch you later.